This is what I'm making today. I think you're gonna like them. They're brownies that I made in a muffin. I'm making a muffin tin. That's because I love the corners of the brownies more than the inside of the brownie. So this is all corners. Um, please join me, and please don't be afraid that this is too hard. Brownies are, some people say, oh, you might as well just get a brownie mix. That's true. But you could give this a try and see if you can make them or get a brownie mix. You know, I'm all about whatever's easier for you. Or you can buy them from the store. But you know me, I like homemade, and I'm going back to that simple life. And my simple life says put a few ingredients in a mixing bowl, stir it up, put it in the oven, brownies. Next, I'm going to start and show you how to make these. For some reason, this looks like a lot of stuff today, but it isn't. But it's just because I add nuts and chocolate chips and protein powder to my brownies because it's a good, makes me feel less guilty because I love a brownie. And no telling how many of these I might eat. So make sure you get everything out: the sugar, the brown sugar, the flour, protein powder, chocolate chips, vanilla, cocoa powder, and eggs and butter. These are my pecans, salt, and all your measuring stuff. Be back showing you how to make it in a minute. I'm laughing because this is my interpretation of the running man. This is not good. This is why I was a wallflower when I was in high school at the dances. It wasn't because I didn't want to dance with you guys who asked me. I just knew I would look ridiculous. Now in my old age, I don't care when I look ridiculous. So that was my running man for today. I'm going to stop laughing and talk to you about what we're going to make today. We're going to make brownies. And I think, I might say this about a couple of things, but I really do think that brownies are my favorite dessert. I love brownies. And I am going to make brownies today. And once again, I'm going to say it's an easy recipe. One of my oldest, dearest friends who has been watching my videos said she doesn't believe me that the recipes are easy, like I say. But I just wanted to give it a try. So this is my plea to my friend Barbara and all of you, all my little ones, big ones, medium ones, all the ones who watch me. And you know I love you for watching me. Give them a try. They really are. They really are as easy as I show you. Just put the stuff in there. And this is the biggest thing. What if it's a flop? I made a flop. You saw my flop a little while ago when I dumped the cake out and it just all over everywhere. We can't be perfect, but you know what we can do? Try. So I'll be right back showing you how to make these brownies. And I want to say this: make sure you put your apron on because this is another one of my new aprons from my friend Gail and her daughter-in-law Tanya. I always mess it up. But anyway, her daughter-in-law Tanya made these for me. I love them, love them, love them. But make sure you put your apron on because um, cocoa is very messy. And once you get it on you, it's on you until you wash your clothes and wash your hands and wash, wash, wash. So anyway, put your apron on and let's get cooking. Let's get started the way we always do with almost everything. We are going to cream, the butter, and sugar. But this time we're going to melt the butter. It's funny, I thought I had everything together so I wouldn't have to step away too much. But anyway, I just melted the butter in the microwave. I put it in the microwave for about 60 seconds. You don't want it hot, you just want it melted. No, see, I haven't even started the mixer, and Sammy is talking to you and me. One of the people who watch this is my Pilates instructor, and she told me she enjoys when Sam is talking, but I'm going to have to figure out a way to get him to be more silent. I don't know what it's going to be, but I will figure it out because he is not the boss of me. we're gonna add brown. Woo! I'm making a mess. Brown sugar and white sugar, both kinds. These are some pretty rich brownies. I just want you to know. There's a lot of good stuff in here. As I usually tell you, you want to make sure all the sugar is incorporated into the butter. We're going to add the eggs one at a time. I've seen a recipe for fluffier brownies where they whisk the whites separate than the yellows and incorporate it in slowly at the end. But I'm not looking for the fluffy. I'm looking for the creamy and delicious and the chewy and the, I don't know, the brownie experience. Anyway, you want to make sure all the eggs are incorporated in. And then the rest of this is just dump and go. So after this is all incorporated in, I'm going to add a surprise ingredient, probably not surprise, but I'm going to add some protein powder because everybody in the world thinks we're supposed to have more protein. So why not hide it in something that I know I'm going to eat? I'm using vanilla protein powder. You can use any flavor you want. Strawberry might be delicious. I love chocolate and strawberry together. That's one of my favorite food combinations. But anyway, so I added 3 scoops of vanilla protein powder. Then the vanilla. I'm telling you, just dump and go. There's no, everything's incorporated in. Then the flour and the cocoa. And be careful because the cocoa will blow back up on you and you'll have cocoa everywhere. So incorporate it slowly. Look how rich and delicious that looks already. Let that stir up until it's all incorporated. I'm gonna scrape down the sides with my handy dandy. So I'm gonna let it mix until everything is incorporated in and it looks kind of smooth. Before I add in some more of the optional things, I'm gonna add nuts and chocolate chips. So that looks, oh my gosh, does that look good, smooth, chocolatey, delicious. So I'm going to turn it down to low to stir. And I'm going to add the nuts. And I don't finely chop my nuts. I like my nuts, kind of big. But you can add them, don't add them. You can chop them finely, not finely. You can do what you want. And then last but not least, I'm adding some semi-sweet chocolate chips to make it even more chocolatey and delicious. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yes, Sam, I see you. Go play. Look at that. Look at it. That looks like heaven to me. So, my favorite part of the brownie are the edges. I always want the corner pieces. So instead of putting this in a pan, I am going to put this in cupcake, a cupcake tin or muffin tin. So like every one has edges. That's the smartest thing I ever thought of before. I've been doing this a long, long time. But anyway, so I'm going to get my muffin tins and spray them. I'm using my biggest ice cream scoop for this. I say it makes them more consistent in size and it makes it quick to get them out, to get them filled. Look how fudgy, chocolatey, and delicious this looks. I know one of my friends at work is going to just be like, oh, she doesn't like chocolate. How can you not like chocolate? But that's not my issue. So I'm going to put these in a 350-degree oven and bake them. And actually, I have to watch this a little bit because I cannot remember how long they have to bake. I think 20 minutes. But you take them out before they get done in the middle. This is the one thing you can't use a toothpick test for. Um, and they will cook some more when they come out. You don't want them done in the middle. But anyway, I'll meet you back here when I have my favorite dessert, brownies. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. See you back here. Here they are. But you know me, I like homemade, and I'm going back to that simple life. And my simple life says put a few ingredients in a mixing bowl, stir it up, put it in the oven, brownies.